Goanimate is a popular animation video creation platform, which is already more than 10 years old. For the entire time of the website's existence, it has been used by numerous amount of people. From the beginners to famous Goanimators, or as people call themselves another way, Vyonders. Goanimate is a platform which can be used for storytelling, creating interesting videos, advertisements if needed, probably even films, documentaries, fantasies, vlogs and much more. However, if you think it's exactly about this stuff mentioned, well, unfortunately, you're almost wrong if I'd say, because ever since the golden age went into its known community, the generation proved its point otherwise. Probably almost everyone in the community knows how it all developed. That of course were the grounded videos. Yeah, these videos, which still take over the whole legacy of Goanimate today. Believe me, they have a far darker history than just their current existence. As you can already tell, in this video, we will be discovering the whole history, or maybe even prehistory, of grounded videos, their impact on Goanimate and the community, and also the results they have caused. Now before we start, I know not everyone will watch the video since people will just ignore it and continue making these grounded videos no matter what, regardless when criticism is given, but I'd say, it's actually a must-see. So, without further ado, let's hop on to the topic. So, the grounded videos. The main one of the trends which has become a home to most people's content. Basically, a grounded video is a video where the premise is, a child, teen or some other fictional human being, also called troublemakers, comes up with a plan to screw up something anywhere, then does it, and later gets grounded by his or her parents. Pretty obvious, isn't it? Well, that's the anatomy most of this content follows. Why most? These videos have been in the Goanimate community for a very long time, like almost a decade if to count them from the Comedy World franchise. Not to mention, a majority of grounded videos is just bizarre because of how spam they are with words. For example, when a troublemaker screws up badly enough, parents just repeat the word grounded too many times until it eventually gets annoying.
Mental people's home. That's it. You are grounded, 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 grounded big time.
Also, it happens with the amount of time a troublemaker gets punished for example, a decade, a year, a millennium, an eternity or even forever. Oh, and if I mentioned the time where several numbers of whatever range of time are spoken, I'd not handle it.
Brian, how dare you get expelled for 1,000,000 years? You're grounded for 100,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,
I would recommend putting a disclaimer to be warned about something surprising incoming and save my time. Speaking of all the grounded cringe, it has led to the point where Goanimate cringe compilations appeared, which greatly show the actual creativity in that community. This only makes me laugh, no joke. However, not all grounded videos are like that, since there are also ones which have a lot of effort, and thank God they're not time-consuming because we don't hear the same words repeated over and over again. It goes for Brenda Bob, DocoTube Animations, Isaac Anderson and some others, though they don't always make them because they have good potentials on what their channels are for. We all get the fact that not all grounded videos are bland, and there's still other types of content available to watch made by others. However, when it came to them getting fame, those videos very badly impacted the website and even the Goanimate community. The history's beginning takes us way back before 2010s, to the early years of Goanimate. In 2008, a Goanimate user called Sora made a video named Superbrika and Rashi. The episode was Rashi Gets Grounded, and it can be clearly told by the beginning scene of a video. According to MJ the Spirit, this video was the first, and I mean, the first ever Goanimate video to contain a grounding scene. though it's short and also silent judging by a speech bubble inserted to a character. But, unfortunately, because of the website's migration, it has apparently disappeared, and to make matters worse, the video was made with a theme which later got removed due to copyright infringement. There still aren't any statements of how the video would have been like, but I prefer it was probably a comedy short. After seeing MJ's post, I later found the YouTube user who owned that old Goanimate account, and it appears to be Tetanimations, as 2 of his oldest videos on YouTube match the style of that one, so it's apparently him. You may think that's the only grounded video he made in the past, but the history of these first videos continued. In between 2008 to 2009, he made another grounded video, The Boss of Everything, with using the same theme. However, he uploaded it a long while after it was made. Some people even wondered whether it was the first grounded video or not, and like Tet responded, it wasn't even a grounded video, although if you watch his yet another animation Escape Drunk, and combine both, this would be more of it. And even Goanipedia somehow mentioned one as a first ever grounding video ever made, though it may not be true. So, it seems clear there was something made related to grounding back in the days. We don't know if more of that early stuff appeared before it all became a thing, but later, the biggest mistake was made in front of the community. Let's go back to history. Almost a year later, after Tetanimations' videos were posted on YouTube, things began to collapse with Goanimate content. This was a painful part of Goanimate community's development. Sometime in mid-2011, a user called MerlGafang404, who is, unfortunately, missing these days from YouTube, made the first bunch of grounded videos, this time out of a fictional character named Brian. By the looks of a picture here, it might have apparently been made a few moments later before the grounded videos became a thing, but I'm not completely sure. Though when I looked for further evidence to find out if that's true, here's what I have got. And as you already can understand, yes, it was made with Comedy World. And now, that is what you've been waiting for. The famous part. Later, at the beginning of summer 2011, another maker of grounded videos appeared. It's Goanimate 2003, the person who got involved in Goanimate franchise and caused things to turn the tables. He made the first his well-known video called Brian Gets in Trouble at School, and he stated it might be a chance to be the first ever Goanimate grounded video published to the internet. People in the comment section even stated it would be the place where it all began, but a few others pointed out it actually wasn't, as there were videos made before we call Golden Age deadline, or the reason of getting them popularized was connected with other circumstances. Moreover, after watching the oldest of Adam's videos, I also was curious to find out he credited MerlGafang404 in his video's descriptions. This can mean one thing: MerlGafang made the first grounded videos with using Comedy World before Adam appeared. Obviously, Adam might have discovered the videos that user made, and this technically inspired him to make his own grounded videos on Goanimate, which got popularized and became a generic thing on YouTube's surface later on. I should also call this as the biggest and dumbest mistake of these two people. In general, soon as there have many grounded videos appeared upon older Goanimate users' appearance on the internet, they began getting more fame in 2012, which later caused many other problems to exist in Goanimate content and its community. Since then, there were many so-called grounded series, which started to exist, and the variety of people had made those out of different fictional troublemakers they could think of, such as Zach, Eric, Jack and others. And there were even also grounded series out of real Goanimate and YouTube users. It's hard to believe this was included in the beginning part of a grounding generation. However, it didn't end there, and the generation kept growing bigger with the time flowing. In 2013, a couple of new grounded series appeared, which later also gained fame across the community. That's right, you all know them: Dora Gets Grounded and a while after, Kaylu Gets Grounded. To put it mildly, these series were considered the best to keep the community active these years, and they also increased the number of people joining it. We all know how the Kaylu Gets Grounded series began, especially thanks to African Vulture, also known as Sarah Brodegum, who made the very first video called Kalu Calls the Baby Stupid, and by the way, this video was also the very first uploaded on her channel. These series considered to be awesome for many people for years, until the fanboying group came, and kids as members of that group, began controlling people and telling them to stop the series because they counted those to contain child abuse. As for Dora Gets Grounded, we don't know who invented them, though we know the fact they started to exist the same year as Kalu Gets Grounded. These series were also the best, but the difference they had is having not that many Dora fanboys. 2014 was the notable year of Dora Gets Grounded getting the early fame. As in addition to the early grounding generation, it has caused a massive ton of grounded videos to be uploaded, according to the wiki, which led to more types of videos and another bunch of stuff appear around the Goanimate community. In 2014, literally out of nowhere, WeatherStar 4000 video appears in the Goanimate division. You may remember him for the bland grounded videos out of Mario characters. But the other thing is, because of his presence, he deeply influenced the Goanimate community. That year, he started a new type of videos called Behavior School Days, and the first video related was made in April. But the very first mention of these videos was posted in late 2013, where Talking Ben gets information about color cards. Soon he went on making these for some time, and to make matters worse, there even held back and character elimination videos which also appeared on the surface. This whole fact I got was from MJ the Spirit, again. Well, that was only one disadvantage. Later then, a new type of videos appeared. The ungrounded ones, yes, the opposites to grounded videos, where a character instead does something good or is forced to take action to prevent a crime or other bad deeds from happening. And in the end, he gets praised along with being ungrounded. Honestly, these also spawned as fast as grounded videos, and they made the community even more infamous along with the content they have made before. People who made grounded videos then began new, and if not to say in a rude way, generic and repetitive kinds of videos. For example, rants, probably most of the community knows for its X, more like Y formula and so on, dead meat and other kinds of behavior school day videos, out of user videos, opinion change related videos, punishment day videos and more. Along with them, they're also me and a bad user, or just user, not friends anymore videos, sequel videos, killing videos, join the war to terminate user videos, assaulted videos, and even inappropriate videos appeared on the surface. Talking about the last videos I just mentioned, most of them were done by a bunch of immature people and trolls, also called members of Goanimate generic groups, such as UTTPs, VGCPs, OMPs, Not Surprised, EDCPs and several others. The whole massacre only led to opinion disrespecting, constant wars, dramas, fights, false terminations, blaming people for nothing, edgy reacting over little things, and more problematic situations. Because of this, the website has lost its charm in 2015, and also its reputation while being on the internet. By 2016, the Goanimate drama along with the number of grounded videos has gotten out of hand, and that's the time where Goanimate began to fall apart. Because of the constant drama ongoing, the website went through unfortunate changes. Somewhere in 2015 and 2016, the well-known former CEO of Goanimate, Alvin Hung, got rid of Comedy World and other Flash themes, and some voices as well. The reason for the removal was Alvin Hung being poor, and needing money to save his family, plus Goanimate would migrate from Adobe Flash to HTML5 animation, so there would be compatibility for using the platform in mobile device mode. There also may be a theory as another reason for that. Alvin probably didn't like that most people who use the product only made grounded videos and other unoriginal content following it. Because of that happening, a quite major number of people in the Goanimate community turned against Alvin Hung by making tons of bad videos out of him and even blaming the site's founder for ruining the website. Yes, this included grounded videos out of him too, so they'd make Alvin look bad. and that has formed the Alvin Hung hater base, which had been active until 2018, as that year it began to die down thankfully. But the problems were not over yet. In 2018, Goanimate has rebranded into Vyond, which put its aim for creating business-oriented content. Some people were not happy with this change, probably because being left with the business themes was not that fun until a way of returning the beloved theme appeared. And before that event, a separate division of Goanimate, Goanimate for Schools, has been announced to shut down next year on June, and the 14-day sign-up free trial was also removed due to Adobe Flash's end of support. What's more, in late 2018, a new CEO was announced to be for Vyond since that year. And so the next year, Goanimate for Schools got shut down completely. But the most unpleasant thing is, the legacy video maker got retired in December, though it's supposed to happen in January 2020. However, people still succeeded to retrieve Comedy World and the legacy video maker clones before the 2019 deadline. Unfortunately, the situation hasn't gotten any better, because the part of Goanimate community carried on making grounded videos for catching a chance for their content to be still popular, which turned to be a reality shortly after those clones were made. Even now those videos somehow keep getting more fame. Because of all the unpleasant changes and history the website has gone through, some people, along with original content creators, are not really happy with what it became. Goanimate never positioned to be a website of unoriginal content, as the actual purpose was to create storytelling and other good videos that would express people's talent and creativity. But unfortunately, more than half of the community who has been using the product didn't clearly understand, and still proved its charm the other way. Even one of the creative Goanimators, Canadian Scout, expressed his thoughts on the Goanimate community and where it's going, and I gotta say, I definitely agree with what he said. If there were less grounded videos and unoriginality, or haven't existed in the first place and got way too popularized around the Goanimate community, there would be more potential creativity. The website would have been still oriented for expressing people's talents and making videos, and it would still be called by its original name. But people didn't listen, kept and even now keep doing that unoriginal stuff. The worst problem is, some people even defend the grounded videos, as they just don't understand that creativity is what matters more for Goanimate's purpose of use, and the platform itself isn't only based to produce the same unoriginal content over and over again. I feel like they even forgot what this actually is, and that is why the website early had the slogan Think, Create, Animate to make people who use the website get the actual benefits for its use. Also, if grounded videos weren't a thing, a former CEO possibly wouldn't have removed Comedy World and other non-business themes along with decent voices, instead, be converted to HTML5. Goanimate wouldn't fall apart and turn the website into business-related place like now, and especially Alvin Hung would still be the CEO, though we know nothing can last forever. But because of the community's attitude, all great hope for the platform to be good just got lost, and I think the extreme hater bases out of Alvin Hung and Gary Lipkowitz were just worthless. As a mature person, I more than understand Alvin and Gary at this point, and that's why Goanimate had to experience such these colossal changes, and Alvin Hung as former CEO had to retire. So folks, let's appreciate the website and favorite themes. There will be no other stuff like these anymore, so let's all become better and turn the place of unoriginality into a friendly and original picture. I know it won't be easy, but it would be for the Goanimate community's best. Let's all not waste time, and finally show good and the actual purpose of Goanimate along with improving people who use it.